In the previous section, we looked at the execution of the project. We were creating the deliverables, and at the end of execution, we finished all the project work. The project is completed, but the project management process is not finished yet. We still have to close the project. It is important to get all the work that we did, the final result of the project, and that we transfer it to the lifecycle team. Lifecycle management starts after transferring the project to lifecycle management, also called operations, and they need to have the actual result, the as-built result of the project. What did we change? What is different from the original plan? They have to have the real actual situation. As-built plans are very important for this, and they're the major part of the transfer of the project to operations. Was our project a success? Yes or no? Very important to evaluate, because a successful project may lead to bonuses and a promotion, and I'm sure you don't want to miss both of those. Closing contracts. Contracts may exist. We may have had telephone lines. We may have had contracts for renting equipment and rooms. We may have contracts that have to be cancelled because we upgraded some data lines. When we don't close those contracts, they keep on going, they keep on creating cost for the company, so we have to close all the unnecessary contracts. We also have to resolve all outstanding issues. When we don't do that, we create a lot of problems for the organization and a lot of expenses. Another important point is issue invoices. When you send an invoice to the customer will pay, hopefully, for the services rendered. Whenever you close a part of the project where you have a service that is operational for the customer, you should send out the invoice. The customer can start paying, and it has a positive effect on your project and, of course, on your company or organization. Some organizations fail to do this, and they had to bear the consequences. No invoices, no money. Lessons learned and the project review. At the end of a project, we will always do a project review. What did we do good? What can be better? What was bad? How do we resolve these issues? A very important element here is lessons learned. Lessons learned will give us better ways to resolve problems, to do the work, to create the deliverables. Lessons learned is typically one of the main elements in project closing, but we don't have to wait till we are closing the project. Whenever we identify a very interesting lesson learned, we should share it with the team. We give that information, for example, on the weekly meetings, so that the people can profit from what you learned as soon as possible. A last element in project closing is knowledge management. Knowledge was added to the Pmtt from the 6th edition. Managing the knowledge, everything you learned while you were doing the project, is an important asset for your company. We call it organizational process assets. These assets, that knowledge, is the value, the real value that you have as a company. And the knowledge you have will make you better than other companies. A very important section to complete, not a complicated one. It will not be a very long section, but it's very important for you as a project manager to understand how you close a project properly. See you in the next session.